When creating a force diagram, you need to identify what forces are acting. So here we have a coffee cup sitting on a table. Because the coffee cup has mass, gravity will be pulling down on it. That's what the downward force here is. This is the force of gravity. I'm just going to abbreviate that F sub g in this video. Because there's a surface that is supporting the cup, a table, we have the normal force. That's pushing up on the cup, so I'll call that F sub n for normal. In the picture with the pumpkin, we also have something that is being held up, but instead of a normal force pushing up on it, we have a rope that is pulling up on the pumpkin. Anytime there's a rope or a string that's pulling on an object, we would call that force tension. Tension is pulling up on the pumpkin, so we'll call that F sub t for tension. But pumpkin has mass, all objects do, and so gravity would be pulling down on it. The earth would pull the pumpkin downward. In question 3, we have a volleyball being struck while it's up in the air. The only thing touching the volleyball is the girl's hand. So there must be a contact force, an applied force, pushing on the volleyball. And of course the volleyball has mass, and so the Earth's gravitational pull will exert a force down on it. So we have the gravitational force down, and then we have an applied force up. Notice that in this case, the arrow up is bigger than the arrow down, so the ball is being accelerated upward. It's going to speed up. It has an unbalanced force on it. In the last picture, we have a woman pushing a box across the floor. It's moving to the right. So her force, her hand is pushing. That is an applied force. That's in the direction of the motion. But anytime something slides along a surface, there is a force that's pushing against it as well. That is the frictional force. So we'll call that F sub F. And then just like with the cup in the first question, there is a surface pushing up on the box, and so there is normal force, and gravity is pulling down. So hopefully you see here that gravity is a force that we should always include. It's always a downward force. And then the other forces we can pick off by thinking, is there a surface? That's a normal force. Is there a rope? That's tension. Is somebody's hand pushing on the object? That's applied. And is the object sliding? Then there's friction working backwards, working against its motion.